You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV.
Yeah. All right, United Gospel Explosion TV. And, that always gets me geek. You guys know the story. When I wrote that rap singing piece, it was a transition from me leaving the world to coming into God's world. And he was doing some strange things to me. But before we get into that, because it's a mother's love today, and it's a mother's ask, I got a very, very special guest with me, Brother Darwin Griffin. Brother Darwin, it's always a treat.
It's always my plum-pleasing pleasure to be anywhere in the space that James Torrance occupies.
Wait, did he say plum-pleasing pleasure?
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it. But, the word say always be ready. A lot of people don't know my ministry is what you see me doing every day, talking with people, meeting people. And they ask Brother Darwin Griffin, how can that be your ministry? That's just what God gave you. A lot of people don't know God don't give us all the same ministries.
Well, some people think it's hard work, but in you and in others, in myself, it's heart's work.
It's heart's work. You ain't really doing nothing then.
It's coming.
If you put it first and put your heart in it.
It's a gift of God that puts that in you to do it, and you don't look for any return other than for God to continue to bless you with giving you that opportunity every day to do what he needs you to do with all the people that you touch.
That's it. Lord, help me stay small and you stay big in my life. You open the doors. Now, I'm smart enough to walk through them, but that's about it. But
the main thing is he brings you to the doors.
He brings you to the door.
That you can get through. And as he says, if he leads you to it, he'll get you through it.
He'll get you through it. That's right. And, I always speak affirmations over myself, positive affirmations. Lord, take me to the right place. Give me the right people. You give me the right moment, and I'll rise to your occasion, and you have me to rise. So you speak affirmations over yourself. And as you speak these affirmations over yourself, guess what? Things begin to open up for you. It's a special day. We're getting ready for Mother's Day. And, I heard you and RJ, y'all. And let me just pause and not be rude. I gotta say, Darwin, tell them about your show, a little bit about your show, and a little bit about yourself for my audience that may not know, but you should know because you come on right after me every week, right before me every week. Darwin, we've been together a long time, knowing each other a long time, even before this TV station. And he was always doing something special in as far as social work, in society, activism, and just let them know who Darwin Griffin is.
It's so interesting, James, because yesterday I hosted a candidate forum at the Yacht Club yesterday evening. And when I was there, I looked and Valerie Lockhart came into the candidate forum.
Oh, wow.
And it was because of Valerie Lockhart, Sharon Dumas, that I got acquainted with WHPR, because Valerie had a show here called Expose Under the Sun. Right. And Sharon Dumas was like her host when she couldn't be on the show.
And I knew Karen Dumas as well.
And so then what happened was that Sharon would go and sometimes ask me to guest host in her absence.
Okay.
And it just went from there. And I think I was doing Expose Under the Sun for many, many years. And then one fateful day, I was leaving off the studio, and Maxine Willis, our general manager here at the station, as well as Michelle Cunningham were in the front. And there was a talk about possibly doing a show that would kind of sponsor some things when the Biden-Harris campaign was going on.
Right, exactly.
So that's how Truth to Power evolved, from that. And it's been, like I said, it's been a great journey, ever since.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, I'm very fortunate to have had R.J. Watkins, Maxine Willis, Tim Smith, Lorenzo Cox, and none other than H.T., Henry Tyler,
Yes.
to go and help to birth this with Truth to Power, as well as to go and be the lead-in show to a great show like yours.
Oh, praise God.
So again,
Praise God.
I'm just trying to do what God has asked me to do to lead into Gospel Explosion. So
And listen, you do it so well, and it's not as you say, when God bless you with the gift, when He bless you with the vision, then He also bless you with the provision, and you see that every day. And you guys don't know. One of my sayings and affirmations is, "Be the light, see the light, be the light, and then share the light." And I often tell people after that, Jesus said He's the light of the world, but then He ain't stopped there. He said, "This little light of mine, your light, let it shine so others can see it."
absolutely.
And that's what this is up here. We're going to get into it a little bit, maybe after the half. I want to talk about Jesus' first miracle, and I always like to talk about that around Mother's Day, because a lot of people forget that it was a mother's ask.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about that a little bit, but just the gift right now. When you think about this station, and you name some icons, including yourself, and RJ and Henry, and these are my big brothers. These guys are like my big brothers to me. I wasn't far behind them, but at the same time, they were here. And you always give credit where credit's due. You throw into them, they say, don't just drink the water out the river. Pour a little something back.
Absolutely. Give back.
And as long as we keep that law of reciprocity amongst our people, man, what a beautiful day we living in then.
But James, that's what it also boils down to, because we're talking about mothers and Mother's Day.
Yes.
Look at all the things that mothers sacrificed and gave to us.
Come on now.
All these years that moms have had aches and pains and, headaches, colds, fevers, all kind of things going on with them.
Absolutely.
Even about to birth another child.
Yes.
And they still have the wherewithal to go and say, hey, I'm going to put my aches and pains aside
Right.
for me to go and give nourishment, cook the food,
Right.
keep the shelter over their children's heads.
Absolutely.
To be able to nurse them back to health when they have a runny nose or they have a sniffles or something like that going on.
Some
And
as small
they
as a
put
cold.
those things, right, and they put all that aside to bring comfort to their children,
Yes.
to their husbands, their boyfriends, their siblings. And they do that. I think
Absolutely.
about somebody that has a mother or a father that may be up there in years that might be going through, and they need to make certain, as I think Ms. Willis mentioned on my show just a while ago, you cannot stop, because as long as you have a breath in you, you're going to do what you can to give back to somebody who made certain that there was a breath in you,
Right.
and to continue to have breath in you, and they're going to do everything they can to make sure that you continue to have a good life. And
That's a blessing.
And it's a blessing, especially to do a caregiving for people that might not be able to care for themselves.
Right.
And that's a gift of God right there.
And when I think about that, when I was mentioning the law of reciprocity, it's giving and giving back. And when I mention it for our people, especially, when I say our people, I'm saying us, those of us who are still fighting in the struggle. Those of us who are still kissing the neighborhood. I say, this is a neighborhood TV show. but it's a world TV show. But it's right here in Highland Park, right on Victor Street. A lot of people don't know. I've talked to people, believe it or not, that didn't know even where this show was located. Nonetheless, and they'll say, "Is RJ still doing something?" You've heard that when you're out in about the major places. And I'm saying, how can you be the oldest running black TV show, black-owned TV show in U.S. and one of the oldest running in America, I assume, right now,
Absolutely.
and you don't know about that?
But you know, that's the thing,
That's
James,
the thing.
is that a lot of people, and when they come here, I had the deputy mayor at the time under Doug and Malia Howard. I had her come here to the station, and she was my guest. And she walked in and she looked and she saw RJ's picture in the lobby, and she said, "Is he still with us?" And I looked at her and
Absolutely.
I said, "I'll let you find out." She walked down the hall and walked past the boardroom, and there RJ sat in the boardroom.
Right.
And she had an intern with her. And when she walked and she saw RJ, she started paying homage and started holding her arms up and bowing to him, because here he was the man
Right.
that so many people have talked to, talked about, been with, helped birth shows like
Absolutely.
yours
Like
and mine and
yes,
others.
yes.
And it was his inspiration that got the station up and running, and is continuing to run through whatever adversity that I know black media and black, media presidents,
absolutely.
go
Absolutely.
through. So again, we're trying to make certain that people understand black media needs to continue, because we give real news with real people.
Right.
Your show, you have some great guests. You have
Absolutely.
some great co-hosts
Yes, sir.
that host the show with you.
Yes, sir.
So it's a matter of giving them an opportunity and a platform to do what they do, and to do what you do every week.
And it opens the door for all of us. And each one teach one, each one give to one. So I kind of see that happening more in our community, and I know you do too, as we travel around, and not just political events, but just the businesses that I see. And if you don't know, this is Entrepreneurship Month. United Gospel Explosion TV, we're offering Entrepreneurship Month for the next couple of months. Well, I've had some wonderful people here. Miss Vincent, I think you were here when Miss Vincent was here. Chandra Vincent, she owns a group of homes, that take care of people. Unfortunately, last week we had from State Farm, Michiko Miller came in, and these are entrepreneurs right in your community. And she came in, and these are mothers as well. Happy Mother's Day to all the ladies and the hosts. Let me say that, and the women that have come on your show and hosted with you. We absolutely love you and can't love you enough, because as we begin to open our heart to the power of what that is, we can begin to see how we made it through slavery. We can begin to see how even the civil rights movement, equal rights movement was turned over. It wasn't because of just the men. It was more so because my mama might have been working on Miss Sally's house, but they talked. And a mother's love, a mother's prayer. You know how my mama was, but she would talk to people. And just by her cooking her cakes, she would be teaching.
Yep.
She'd be cutting the cake for the Jewish guy or the white guy we'd be cleaning up their buildings for. And while she was giving them the cake, she said, "Oh, no, baby, you can't do that. We got to." And they listen.
Oh, yeah. And see, the thing is, you mentioned the word cakes. A lot of people don't realize, with people that led a lot of slaves out of bondage, and you look at the Harriet Tubmans that said, hey, took so many people out of with the Underground Railroad, leading
Right.
them
Oh, yes,
to freedom.
yes, absolutely.
And one of the stories that I tell a lot is that people don't understand the story of what a hush puppy is.
Oh, come on now.
And a hush puppy was something that was a cornmeal type, like cornbread,
Yeah.
that she would go and put that down on the ground, but she would lace it with some kind of a poisonous substance, so that when the slaves were being sought after when they would get away from the
Right.
slave owners and all of the atrocities and the whipping and the beating that they endured.
Absolutely.
When they would escape, Tubman and others went and they had this cornbread concoction that they would put on the ground.
Oh, okay.
So that when the dogs were let loose to go after the slaves,
Uh-huh.
the dogs would see this cornbread concoction.
Mm.
Harriet Tubman and other slaves were in the background hiding behind the bushes,
Right.
and they would see these dogs eat this concoction. And then that's where the term hush puppy came, when they would see the dogs eat this
Hushing the
concoction
puppies, Lord.
and hush the puppies
Right.
up.
Wow.
But this was something from a woman who had this idea to make certain that those things happen. Just like how during the slavery days, too, Juneteenth is coming up next month.
Right.
And on June the 19th, that's one of the things that we talk about people that were freed that didn't know it until years after the war ended,
Right. Absolutely.
that they were free.
Absolutely.
But it was a lot of women that helped men to get across through the Underground Railroad, to cook for them,
yes.
to help nurture their wounds when they were sick from
Right.
mosquitoes and malaria and other things, going through the swamps trying to get their freedom. And mothers were always nursing,
A woman's love.
and it was a woman's love. And it was
Mother's
and
love.
it was something that needs to continue, because we need to give back to a lot of the women that brought us into the world, because a lot of people don't realize if it wasn't for a mother's love, we wouldn't be here.
Right. And I think that part of the brainwashing of the black psyche in our community was to separate the family in such a way that the mother was there and the father was here, and the kids had to go where they were. But a lot of people don't know, Brother Darwin, that came through slave camps and breaking camps, because the strength of the black family had to be diluted, because we was having a lot of babies, y'all. We was healthy. And so, as you had kids, they would take the kids away from that family and sell them over here just to keep you divided. But that motherism, even though they went to a different family, that motherism would still be there to nourish and carry us through. So it's just a beautiful thing. Let me say,
And it was just so sad. Just one other point, James,
Yes, please.
was that you had a lot of those women that were being raped by some of those slave owners.
absolutely.
And they're birthing a child that they did not want to bring into the world
Right.
voluntarily.
Right.
But because of the motherly instinct in them, they still carried this child for 9 months.
Took us through.
And in some cases went through so much when it came to labor that they had to go through to deliver this child.
Yes.
And still then, while they were pregnant, still had to do some of the chores around the house.
Yes.
Cooking, cleaning, and other things.
And I'm sure they made them work in the field too, because
And to work in
they
the
didn't
field.
think they were human.
Right.
But God is able to do all things abundantly, exceedingly. And I like to say this because the Bible said more than you could ever ask. I don't even know how to ask for stuff right. But when I turn it over and put it in his hands, he sits us in these seats like this.
But God won't put more on your shoulders that you can't bear, that you can't handle. And the thing is that
You're gonna give me the hooping in a minute.
well, it's like, see, I leave this to shows like yours to really kind of attest to some of the things through Gospel Explosion.
Yes.
Whereas with me, with my Truth to Power show, we talk about, political. We talk about it. Same thing with you, with having some entrepreneurs. We had the people that are running the Ringmaster Oil.
yes,
on the show,
yes,
the
Mr.
first hour.
Adolf. What a pleasure meeting him
Doug
today.
Sewell and
Yes.
James Anderson
Yes.
and Darcel, his lovely wife, So that's the thing that a lot of people don't really realize. Mothers are, and the interesting part too, James, is that the mother of invention.
Yes.
Everything is all attributed to women.
Yes.
Just like, but then at the same time too, when we think about the things that women, and look at such prominent women in the Bible,
Yes, absolutely.
and the things that
Absolutely.
people did centered around women in the Bible. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't really realize. We need to give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Women have done such great things in society today, back during the biblical days.
Right.
And a mother's love is, in a lot of cases, is unconditional.
It's unconditional. And the beauty of this is, before we even go to break, I got to say, your mother may not have been able to raise you because of circumstances, conditions, or whatever reason. But it's always a mother's nourishment.
Mm-hmm.
The sense of a mother was in your life. And as we grow to learn to cherish that, then we begin to build, rebuild, and heal that tree that had been torn down on purpose, guys, that they knew the power of a mother. And then when my mama could talk to Miss Sally and influence they sleep at night, because Miss Sally had to wake him up at night and say, you want to do something about this. Yeah, I remember I was alive in 68, but at any rate, it was a change. And you can't convince me that force stopped a man that would sick dogs on people, like in the Lester Maddox story, the King story, when they marched, dogs would be sick.
Going across the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
They ain't just
dogs,
stopped that on by themselves, Darwin. That was something touching them.
Mm-hmm.
That God touched that mother and had to give her the strength and the bravery to mention that to the people that were oppressing us.
Mm-hmm.
Wife. And I do believe that, and I see it in my mind clear as day. I can't prove it, but clear as day that my mama, when she talked to him and gave him that piece of cake, because I keep bringing that cake in there, oh boy. And that's the beauty of where we stand right now. Listen, we're going to come back at the break, and I'm going to bring in that first miracle. Jesus did that first miracle, and it was an ask. You guys stay tuned. You watch United Gospel Explosion TV with my co-host, the ultimate, Dr. Darwin Griffin. We'll be right back. Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
If you enjoy the music, the talk, and the vibe right here on WHPR, we need your support. Help us keep independent radio alive by sending a Cash App donation of whatever you can to $WHPR TV Radio. Every dollar makes a difference. That's $WHPR TV Radio. Support the station that supports you.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Mattered. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
Muscles, joints, or feet tired, achy, or distressed? Tried everything? Ringmaster Rubbing Oil is a vintage topical pain reliever, trusted for over 70 years, with a rich formula for the treatment of stubborn aches and pains. Packaged in a glass bottle for purity, our liquid can also be used in warm water for foot soaks and compresses. A little goes a long way. Try our time-tested formula, available in several sizes.
Make a donation to WHPR TV and receive 2 2-ounce bottles of Ringmaster Rubbing Oil for $25. Call 313-868-6612.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV.
United Gospel Explosion. You guys see me say it all the time. I'm your host, James Torrance. That why did you choose United Gospel Explosion TV? What kind of name is that? Because when you unite God's people, when you unite gospel from Baptist and Protestant and Catholic, when you unite His people, there's an explosion. Yes. Something happens in the air. And as that settles, and I got to thank Miss Emmeline King, who always hits that high note, and she breaks the glass for me. I just love her, one of our hosts. And I bring you into the day. I have such a star-spangled cast today. Started with nothing, but look what God did. Started with nothing, but look what God can do. Listen, I have Miss Willis here at that studio with me. And I begged her to come on. She walked by with all this gold. We representing Mother's Day right now.
That's right.
And she was floating through here and all this gold. I said, there go the queen right there. The queen of WHPR, Miss Willis. Miss Willis, just say hi to the people for a minute.
Hello, family.
And of course, we have Dr. Darwin Griffin on the end, and y'all excuse me, I call him Darwin. Y'all better not be doing that because he earned his doctor, and we just love that. And of course, the beginning of the show, we were talking about some generalized things about what women have done down through history.
Yes.
But, when I think of the Christian faith, it always came to me, the first miracle.
That's right.
His first miracle. And Jesus wasn't walking around doing miracles then.
That's right.
They say that this was the first recorded miracle. And it was all because of love for his mother.
For his mother. That's right.
And if you don't know the story, you guys look over in John, because there was a wedding feast that Mary was at.
Come on.
And I believe part of that feast, I ain't gonna go to preaching to you too much, but I gotta let you know the background of this. Part of that feast was because her sister was part of this wedding, if not the wedding, but her sister was there, and her sister, on the third day of this wedding feast, they ran out of wine.
That's right, they sure did.
Now that was like throwing eggs on the preacher then. I mean, that was some serious stuff, because the wine was the big deal at the feast, and these feasts would last about 7 days or so.
That's right.
Up to 7 days. So on the third day of this feast, y'all say, what kind of wedding feast is that? You've been there three days and ran out. Yeah, they was just getting started.
Right.
But the thing is, when they ran out of wine, Mary came to Jesus.
Yes, she did.
And she asked him, son, she told him, we ran out of wine. But as we do to our mamas sometimes, with our hard-headed self.
Yeah.
Showed that part of us. Say, woman, what does that have to do with me? It ain't my time yet. But she didn't even argue with Jesus, but she told everybody around her. And Brother Darwin, she said, just do what he says.
Just do what he says.
Just do what he says. And just the power of a mother's ask is what I'm getting at.
That's right.
Through asking that, Jesus then went through, and you guys read it, we got the vessels and prayed over and did what he did, and then he told her, get back in that pitcher. Dip it back in there.
Yeah.
And when he dipped it in, he came out, and the king of this, a ponte, a powerful person, that it came into the ceremony late, he tasted it. He said, well, y'all saved the best to last. God is so
God
good.
is so good. Amen.
But the reason why he acted, because his mama asked.
Because his mama asked him. That's right.
And this is the beauty of, if we get back to that right now,
That's right.
how good would the world be?
That's right.
You know, we all going through things. And men and women have been through things. But if we had just did what our mama asked,
Ask us to do.
you know,
right.
oh, come on now, I ain't gonna
That's
get
right.
going.
That's
But if we had
right.
just did what our mama asked us
That's right.
back when she asked
That's
us,
right.
and even if you consider it a little hard-headed boy, I thought I knew too much when I was young,
Right.
you know, but she would ask me, and she would pray for me,
Yes.
and you know, a mother's love.
That's right. Nothing like it.
How powerful is the prayer, and how powerful is the act?
That's right.
And
That's
look
right.
at all the mothers, and asked us to go to church on Sundays.
Oh, come on now, Mr. Griffin. Come
Look
on.
at a lot of the mothers that asked you to go and get dressed up, take that shower, brush your hair,
Yep, put on your Sunday.
brush your teeth,
right.
put on your
That's
Sunday
right.
best.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And James, we might have went to church wearing our little shirt and tie and our little short set,
Yes, sir.
showing off our little bruised up knees,
Yes,
where
sir.
mom
Everything we
sat
could.
up here and went and put the little back teen and the band-aids on our little knees when we
Right,
scraped them up. Dad would go and tell us, hey, go on back out there and do it again.
Mm.
Mom would, no, come here, let me, and then moms would, what do? They would kiss it and make it feel
Make it
better.
feel better.
Because,
That's
if I
right.
would go and hurt myself, I'm like, Mom, I got a cut right here on my little finger. Come here, let me kiss it and make it, and that was the best medicine.
Yes, it was.
That made it feel so
We
much
could run
better
right
when
back
Mom
out the
did
door.
it. We
Just-
run back out the door.
That's right.
No, Miss Willis. And this is, I'm getting on the kind of personal side. I know the love that you have shown for your kids,
Yes.
and you guys may not know this story, but I'm gonna share it with them because it came on me to do that. One of her sons, I call him my pastor.
Right.
I got more than one pastor, y'all, so don't get jealous out there because God's been good like that.
Right.
But her son, Mario, has been a blessing to me. And I know when we talk about a mother's love,
That's right.
and when her kids go through things,
That's right.
deserve it or not, it was always a seat at mama's table, ain't it?
Oh, Lord, yes.
No matter what. Now, and I want to get into that a little bit with you, but it's always a seat at mama's table.
Always.
And as you look at that kind of love, it just opens up a whole new light to things.
That's right.
This young man, we've been fighting at the station, and through her love for her son. You've seen the commercial, Mario Willis, and let's help him get free. But even though there's no end to it, is what I'm saying, there's no place that a mother's love stops, is it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Tell me you don't have to explain, but just tell me the depth of your love for your son, even as he's going through his biggest trials.
As a mother, this has been the most difficult challenge of my life.
Yes, ma'am.
To have a son who was the apple of my eye, my baby boy, wrongfully convicted.
Yes, ma'am.
And then to have my firstborn, who loved to be called number one,
Right.
to be killed by a wrong way drunk driver.
Yes.
We just celebrated on May 6th his 3rd year heavenly anniversary birthday.
Yes, ma'am.
And then here I am faced with Mother's Day without my sons.
Right.
But as a mother, you always carry your children
In your heart.
in your heart.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
And anybody that'll listen will hear me say that God gave me the greatest gifts in my sons that any mother could ask for. It's been hard. heartbreaking.
Yes.
I wouldn't wish this on any mother. That's why I've asked God to strengthen me as a mother.
Yes.
Because there's so many mothers that are going through what I'm going through.
Yes.
And on this Mother's Day, my heart goes out to them.
And it's the virtue, the reason why I'm bringing this up, it's the virtue of the power
Absolutely.
that God has given you
That's
to bring
right.
you through. And this
That's
is what
right.
I was saying earlier, Mama Willis, that even through slavery, that we went through slavery,
That's right. That's right.
and where they had to disrespect our women, because you know what, we know the story, how they were. But that love,
That's right. That's
That-
right.
that being able to take that pain, which most of us men could never do.
Yes.
And I do believe a mother's love in between her and her son is different.
That's right. Yes, Lord.
That you were able to, even though you were knocked down.
Oh, boy.
Come on now, somebody.
Knocked out.
Come on now, somebody. Even though you were knocked out, that God had a special work with that woman for mother. And I say this Mother's Day. That's why I love you women of the world in such a different way
That's right.
than I could even love ourselves, brothers.
That's right.
That somehow they took that gift to nourish the woman
That's right.
and snatched it out of our family. But it ain't gone though, because God ain't
absolutely
through.
not.
He ain't
That's
through.
right. No, he's not.
But they snatched it from us. That now I see that through your pain,
Yes.
through your suffering, God is setting a lot of people free right now.
Yes, sir.
As I said, the example of what we've been through already, Dow. It's nothing you can do to negate that.
That's right.
That we have been and we still been challenged even to the brink of our death.
That's right.
But that mother's love.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hallelujah. Don't stop loving mothers out there in the world.
right.
Brothers, if you don't gather, if your mother didn't raise you, call somebody.
That's right.
If she's passed on, throw a prayer up in the air for her.
Yes. Yes.
If you know that she may not have been able to live the life that you would have expected to live, but God expected her to live that
That's
life
right.
because she brought you into the world.
That's right. That's
And so, I mean, I didn't mean to break that deep and break it out like that. Somebody bring us some tissues in here.
But you know, James, the thing
Because
is
God
that
is good.
God is good, but people live through us,
That's right.
regardless of whether or not if you can see them, but you still feel their presence.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Just like with your son.
Yes.
Your son is still with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Marvin Willis is still with you, just
Yes.
like even on this set right now.
Yes.
Yes.
He is still with you.
Praise God.
And
Thank you,
everything
Lord.
that
Thank you,
he
Lord.
is putting in terms of, say, in your life, all the years that he was here in your physical presence, he is going to be always with you in a mental presence and in a spiritual presence.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And a lot of things that you're going to wonder, in some cases too, where'd that come from? And that could be from Marvin Willis right there,
That's right.
saying something to you that you're like, that's something Marvin would have said,
That's right.
or that's something Marvin would have did.
Yes.
And that's how a lot of times, we do things. I think about my mom, Hilda Griffin, and there's things that I've done
Yes.
that I'm like, that was my mother's favorite show.
Right.
That was my mother's favorite song. And just like you, there may be things that you may, that was Marvin's
That's right.
favorite, And James, I'm sure you have a mother that was special in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a grandmother that may be the same way. And you
Yes.
think about, what is it that God has put in your presence that reminds you of that person?
Yes.
Could be a special kind of apple pie.
Yeah.
And you think about, mom could make the best apple pie. Sweet potato pie. Can't nobody touch mom's sweet potato pie. Even in terms of, say, like the macaroni and cheese.
That's the glory of
Didn't
God.
have that little crust on that cheese on the top of the
Right,
macaroni and
right,
cheese,
right.
like the way that mom did it.
Yeah.
So there's so many things that remind you of your mom.
Yes.
And as you said, both of you, it's an unconditional love,
It's unconditional.
regardless of what they do. That'd be another part two to a story, like what
Yeah,
RJ
part
was saying
two to
before,
this.
about things that I did that my mother just looked at me and like, knucklehead. You know, and that knucklehead word was probably something where I was thinking for a while. Was my name Darwin or was it knucklehead?
right. But the power of love is what I'm saying.
That's right. It is.
The power of love is truly embodied by the women in our lives, whether you knew them or not, brothers. And I think that there's things unleashed in the world, in the powers that we let go. Love is a power that changes things.
That's right.
This power is the power that's going to lift you up today in a whole different way. I just want to do one thing. I want to take a good 30 seconds and go to thanking God.
Absolutely.
I thank God for the women of this world.
Yes.
I thank God for the mothers
Yes.
that have already fought the fight.
That's right.
I thank God for our historical background. All the way back to the queens of Egypt.
That's right.
The queens of Israel. This is not a new thing. All the way back to Jesus' mama, Moses' mama.
That's right.
All these mothers that came to plant the seeds.
That's right.
And look, even though those seeds were meant to be destroyed, you can't destroy love.
You can't destroy love.
Because God gave it.
That's right.
You may not be able to see it, but He gave it. And I'm praying for the strength for the women that have been through what you went through, and even more,
That's right.
to be able to stand up within themselves
That's right.
and take that deep breath
That's right.
and let go and let God, because don't you think He able?
Oh, I know He is. I'm a living witness. I'm an example.
I ain't mean to get preachy, but I know what He can do.
Oh, yes. Won't He do it? Won't He do it?
And when we see Miss Willis come through here, and you seen her come out here and hold that smile and hold that grace, it can't be easy, but I know that that's God's working.
Yes, it is.
That's God working through us.
Yes, it is.
He's doing this thing through us. Give me a piece of that napkin when you can, son.
But you know,
'cause I just love it.
but my prayer every day is, Lord, you know, I don't ask why. It's
Yes.
what. What do you want me to do?
Yes, come on now.
And please let my light shine before men
Yes.
so that they see your works. So
come
they
on now.
look at, to know what Maxine Willis is going through as a mother.
Yes. Yes.
But to say, if she can smile through the
Yes.
tears,
Yes, come on.
because we know that my tears are temporary,
Yes, Lord.
but my hope is everlasting.
Come on.
Because I know what God can do.
Oh, He already doing
And
it.
if anyone can be helped, if anyone can say, there must be a God, for this woman to have had a son for 16 years wrongfully incarcerated,
Yes, Lord.
a son killed by a wrong way driver. But you know what I say, Pastor? I serve right with God.
You serve God.
I serve right with God.
Thank you, Lord.
And He's going to get me through this.
Yes.
And then my testimony is,
Yes.
whatever you're going through,
Yes, Lord.
you got to trust Him.
Yes, Lord.
I'm a living example. I wouldn't be able to walk through these hallways and smile and greet everyone.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
But God will give you strength that you never knew you had.
Oh, I just thank you today.
And that's why I thank God for this station that's using these airwaves to uplift, educate, motivate, that to be an inspiration of hope
Yes. Yes.
for those who are going through trials and tribulations, especially as we get ready to celebrate this Mother's Day.
We
To know
celebrate.
whatever we're going through, God said, what did He say? I'll never leave you.
No forsake
No
you.
forsake you, Maxine, or
Even to
anybody,
the
whatever
end of
you're
time.
going through.
Ooh.
I'm going to be there for you.
Ooh,
So
thank you.
how can I stay depressed?
Yes.
How can I give up or lose my mind?
Right.
But you've got to be anchored in His Word.
Yes.
And you've got to learn how to turn your pain into passion and into purpose.
Yes. Well, I just thank you. I just want to thank you, Miss Maxine. I ain't mean to go there with that. That wasn't my intention when I
But
bring
you know,
you up. I
God
just
has a
go
plan.
with
We got our plan.
the God
The
has
God
a plan.
I didn't know I was going to be sitting here today.
Right. Yes,
For
ma'am.
the last week, almost for 2 weeks, I've been almost unable to walk.
Wow.
But look at God.
Look at God.
Look
Look
at
what He's
God.
gonna do.
Look
Look
at
what He's
God.
doing.
Look at what He's doing. Look at what He's done.
It's a higher level that God is taking you to, because it's a spiritual level.
That's right.
And I'm just giving that word. And I'm going to say that again to some of the mothers out there, the pain
That's
and
right.
suffering you're going through. It's a higher level
Yes.
that God is taking you
Yes.
to, because it's a spiritual level. It's a level that man can't make.
That's right.
And it's a level that man can't take.
That's right.
And to be able to have that relationship with God,
Oh my goodness.
you know, and you're not the first one he may go into fire.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Rashak, Meshach, and Abednego.
That's right.
I say a bad Negro, y'all. But they went in that fire. And when I saw that as a little boy, it took me a while to understand that it was a fourth person in that fire.
That's
They
right.
say they looked back and saw another person. And that was Jesus walking with them through the fire.
That's right. That's right.
And he'll walk with you through the fire.
Yes, he will.
Let him set your heart free today,
Yes,
mothers of the
yes.
world. Continue to share that love, no matter how difficult it gets.
Lord have
And
mercy.
it's a I don't want to say it's a cold, callous sore on the world right now. And it may be being put there on purpose. But I'm gonna tell you something, the devil is a liar.
Yes, he is.
He's a deceiver.
Yes, he is.
And he ain't won nothing
No.
because God already strengthened us. And if he brought our parents through it,
That's right.
guess what he gonna do for you? You guys continue to stand up for God, stand up for yourself. Brother Darwin, I want you to let them know how they can reach you out there if they don't know my show.
Well, they can go through, because I have a show that comes on every Friday from 10 to 12. There's a lot of other hats that I wear in the community.
Yes.
You know, giving back to a lot of the residents, seniors especially, because I pick up food and disseminate food on Tuesdays to seniors, especially here in the Highland Park area.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes transport seniors to Walmart when they can't get out and do their own shopping, you know,
Right.
for groceries or other items. And just like the tissue that Tim has brought out here,
Yeah.
when they can't get tissue paper, you know, and I'll take them out there and do that for them as well. But it's just the joy, James, Maxine Willis, that when you see the smiles on some of these women's faces.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I was involved in a Mother's Day ceremony last Saturday at the Rec Center in Highland Park, where we gave honor to the mayor. I mentioned her name on the show earlier, and I mention her name often, Mayor Glenda McDonald of Highland Park.
Yes.
But we also were blessed to have Wayne County Commissioner Martha Scott with us as well.
Right.
And just the look, and then Miss Willis, you know, when I saw her, and she looked at me and she said, and called me young man. Now I'm thinking like, wow, you know, and she's 90 years
Yes,
90
she
years
sure
young.
is.
Yes.
she is.
And you know, Miss Willis, you, myself, RJ and his son went to the street unveiling.
That's right.
You know,
Sure did.
for her as well as for Joanne Watson.
That's
You know,
right.
so I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we have to give back to these ladies
That's right.
that have
That's
done so
right.
much.
Yes,
and just like it's a learning experience, James, for us. I didn't know how connected Joanne Watson was
Oh,
with the
yes.
station here.
Oh my goodness.
With that program,
yes.
and Miss Willis, you can attest to that
Yes.
program. 'Cause what was the name of the program that she did here?
Oh, Wake Up Detroit.
Wake Up Detroit.
That's
I
right.
remember
Wait,
that's
and now
what-
we got to keep them
Wow.
woke.
And that's what you were saying, James. We got to stay woke.
That's
You
right.
gotta stay
And when
woke.
I get
That's
out and
what you
do
said.
when I do
That's
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
my motivational speaking with a lot of people, that's what I say to them, and I say, "Stay woke."
That's right.
And my catchphrase to that is the people in the audience say, "I am." So it's like, stay woke.
I am.
I am, and that's what we want to make certain that people understand.
That's right.
Are you woke?
Yes.
Because people need to realize shows like yours, James, shows like Minister Clara's, shows that also inspire people to
That's
do
right.
and be more that they want to do. And it was great that RJ put a lot of the mothers
Yes.
of people that have shows, you know, here. And as he said, there will be a part 2.
That's right.
So the mothers, you know, the Kimmy Reeds,
Yes. Yes.
the other mothers that have been a real integral part of what we do,
Yes.
they will also get an opportunity to go, and we will feature them. Because as you said, James, as you said, Maxine Willis, Mother's Day should be every day.
Every day.
Because
That's
we
right.
should respect,
Every day.
honor
That's beautiful.
the women that brought us into this world
That's right.
every single day, every single minute
That's right.
of the day. Because it never lets up. Because as we were saying before, a mother's love is unconditional.
Unconditional.
love
Regardless of what we do, regardless of what we say, regardless of being called a knucklehead and some of the things that we've done,
Everybody
mother's
was
love is
invited
always
to
there.
the table.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Mama's table.
Yeah.
Ned the wino, your Uncle Ned,
Right,
the preacher,
right.
the lawyer, all
Right.
at that same table
That's
eating
right.
that peach cobbler.
Yep.
But
Yep.
but Sister Maxine, I want you to just continue. You already did it, but just speak a word to the mothers of encouragement, no matter what level they find themselves on. We're gonna go through some things, but be encouraged.
And especially to the mothers who, like you, it's not common for a mother to bury her son or to bury her daughter. But what would you say to some of those mothers and to some of those fathers that have had to go and bury their sons or daughters?
That's just encouraging word.
Encouraging word. First of all, you have to be grounded in faith.
Yes, ma'am.
The only thing that has helped me, the one single thing that has helped me survive having a son killed and one wrongfully convicted, is my trust and belief and praying, crying out to God.
Yes.
You might say, but I don't believe in God, but you got to try it.
Yes.
Just cry out to him. You cry out that one time and you will feel a certain peace regardless of what you're going through.
Thank you, Lord.
And I know you've heard people say, oh, let go and let God, give it to God. These are not cliches.
Right.
These are things that will help you sustain, because he said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He wants us to keep him in remembrance of his word. I just said to him this morning, Lord, you said that you will send me a comforter,
Yes.
and he will send it to you.
Praise God.
I am a living witness that God will help you turn that pain into passion.
Yes.
He will help you keep that smile on your face. As I said earlier, our tears are temporary,
Yes.
but our hope is everlasting. That's why I can cry in between the tears.
Yes.
We're going to
yes.
cry. And Donnie
Yes, I
McClurkin
love
said
that.
we're going
I
to
love
fall,
that.
but we're going to get up.
Yes.
But you got to keep your trust and belief in God, a higher power who knows what we need and when we need it. And I thank God for this opportunity today, because this is an answer to my prayer. This is what keeps me going, to know that God has me on assignment.
Yes, ma'am.
He
Yes,
has me on
ma'am.
assignment.
Thank you, Lord.
And
Thank
if
you, Lord.
someone,
Thank you, Lord.
some mother, father, life can be enriched to know that if this woman can go through this and give God the glory and try to help others, then I'm going to try that. Then I know there is a God, and what he will do will blow your ever-loving mind.
Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you, Miss Willis. I know you came in at halftime, but believe me, you were the star of the show. I knew when she came in that goal, I didn't know she was going to be on here with us.
I didn't.
I said, Miss Willis don't play. She's an elegant woman, a woman of grace, and so many of you out there just be touched and be inspired by this show today. And I just got to say, you've been watching United Gospel Explosion TV with my super host, Brother Darwin Griffin, Dr. Darwin Griffin, Miss Willis, and to each and every one of you. We love you.
We love you.
Next week, we got a great show next week. We're back to entrepreneurship next week, but we had to bring this in for the mothers. It's all about you, Mama.
Yes, it's all
I know
about
you
you.
up there, but you still right here. God
That's
bless
my
you.
goddaughter
God
just
bless
walked
you.
in. Ariana.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told,